the presence of the realest essence. I've been serving lessons since the days of my adolescence. On the Cypress block, young buck holding the we knew it all, not afraid to do it all. Matter of fact, to look back and do it all. I can remember the haters say the game will ruin y'all. What's that to me? Don't think about a hater, let them like the in my paper. They call me Big Dog, riding with the hillbilly. Cubone standing with the really. We put the bang and produce. You got no chance of hanging. And take the chance when you're flipping the quarter. We ain't slowing down, we crashing through the border. So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. A little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down. Universal sound when we hold the pound. Take a look around when we touch the town. Not the way stomping in my big black J's.
And we welcome all of our viewers inside a place that the folks around here like to call the Vault. And that's Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Houston Texans and the Carolina Panthers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
One, ready?
Here's Walker to start the drive. And some space here. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. 48 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
Here we go.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
12.
Back to Walker on 1st down. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow 1st down. Throw out wide to Walker. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Here's Walker. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Burrow looking to pass. He's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area. But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Boy, such a good drive. You'd hate to have it end in 3. You think about going for it?
Absolutely. I mean, the fact that they moved the ball so well should lead you to the decision that maybe we should go for it right here. Also, as a head coach, show some confidence in your team. Let them know you think they can go get it.
Now Brett Maher for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert has this complete to Daniel Bellinger. Touchdown, Carolina! Daniel Bellinger, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they were in field goal range last time out, but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. 69 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Here we go.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. 1st down. Here's Burrow. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was.
On 1.
Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
11. 11 empty.
On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he's got room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yep, the lanes are there. Go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
Here we go.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 43. Walker now on 1st and 10. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
11 coming.
And going right back to Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
11-90.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Burrow, he completes this to Walker. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
11-90.
On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good-sized run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
The kick by Marr is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in, and had just enough to get it done.
Take it in at the 3. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. This pass into the hands of Bellinger. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. It's caught at the 10. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be A terrific final act of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Up the middle they go. Dawkins. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there. It keeps them advancing the ball.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dawkins. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. This is intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football and caused the pick.
And what it did was it disrupted that fragile balance of the mechanics of throwing the football. You know, from the footwork to being able to actually throw it downfield. If one piece of that puzzle gets disrupted, it affects the entire chance of success.
Now a give, right side. Dawkins. Now that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
2nd and 11 now. They run the counter. Dawkins. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. Now a handoff up the middle. Dawkins. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or 2 in this situation.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Herbert toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw here, Herbert. Touchdown, Panthers. Daniel Bellinger, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
All right, ready?
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
On the counter, it's Walker. It's a room to maneuver. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and, oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle they go. Dawkins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 52 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays. Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Dawkins. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37.
That good for 19 and a first down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
Now this offense in mid-season form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, that's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He's going to get this one out to his fullback.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
But they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. It just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On first down, Dawkins. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Dawkins, and he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
On 3rd down, Dawkins. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll motion the tight end across the formation. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Maher is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. Well, not the best first half facing this deficit, but at least they did put 3 on the board before half.
Yeah, it's a little bit like that stormy, cloudy day, and the sun peeks through just for a second. They saw the sun there. They're hoping to see a little bit more of it in the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
On 2nd down, Dawkins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just the series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. He's got Bellinger. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
Up the middle they go. Dawkins. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
On 3rd down, Dawkins. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's the Panthers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That's taken on the 25. Just a 30-yard punt that time.
And the Texans will take over.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd and 1, Burrow. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 32 that time.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Burrow on play action.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
To the right side, this is Walker.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw. And nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
The middle, here's Walker. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Ken Walker, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Texans are back within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot forward in the 1st half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some.
He's got it at the 15.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished.
They'll run on first down. Dawkins. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. A great play there. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Panthers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but, Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Here we go, here we go.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
12, 12, 12. Stop.
Now Anderson on the jet sweep. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll lead into the third and about 4 more for a first.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the Jets sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
11.
Now it's Burrow. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And he fields it cleanly. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. 2nd and 5.
Now a handoff up the middle. Dawkins. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Now a give, right side. Dawkins. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Dawkins, and he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Third and 2, Herbert. Out route pass complete to Bellinger. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now it's Herbert. Another pass complete to Bellinger. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. If they continue to throw these safe passes, who can blame them?
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Herbert. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 15-yard line. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. The middle they go. Dawkins. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, That's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
They'll set up the screen for Dawkins.
And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play.
Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
On 3rd down, Dawkins. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point, because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Tyler Lockett with career touchdown number 70.
And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught. So they get the conversion, and now we're back to a 1-score game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. So
a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Herbert now. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste. And the Texans are right back in this football game.
A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Taking it about the 16. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Buying time to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Benjamin St-Juste.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the 4th quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on 1st down. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Carolina.
Chris Olave.
An 80-yard touchdown.
And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're passing here. Joe Burrow
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They're down 2 scores, and they need a quick successful in the attempt, but they have no choice but to keep trying.
And this offense on third down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He's got a man complete. And he will be taken down, but a big play there as it comes just as we reach the 2-minute warning. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. 12, 12, 12. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11.
Now Burrow on 1st down. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Great gains back-to-back. Last time over 30 yards, better than 20 here. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
Now Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Here's Burrow. It's caught by Hooper. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Gun. Stop.
And that's incomplete.
That's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Burrow. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's got to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.